Attention rideshare drivers. Insurance can be a complex topic. This video will provide you with an overview of how Farmers Insurance rideshare coverage works. Did you know that if you're involved in an at-fault accident while your rideshare app is on, you could end up having to pay for damages to your vehicle and for any injuries you sustain if you haven't yet accepted a rider?
Many states begin passing laws specific to insurance coverage for rideshare drivers. Personal auto policies generally weren't designed with ride-sharing in mind, and many don't cover this type of activity. Also, rideshare companies typically provide different levels of insurance coverage depending upon when an accident occurs during different rideshare phases.
Let's walk through an example and see what is generally covered during the different phases.
Period 1 begins the moment you log on to a rideshare app, before you accept a passenger. At this moment, you've become a rideshare driver, and your personal auto policy may no longer provide coverage. Generally, the rideshare company will provide some coverage for Period 1, but this coverage may only provide limited liability coverage for damage to someone else's vehicle, or injuries they sustain when you're at fault in an accident, and other state-required coverages. Damages to your vehicle, or injuries you sustain, may not be covered, unless you purchase additional coverage.
Consider these possible scenarios from Period 1.
Even if the rideshare company provides some liability coverage during this period, if you're at fault in an accident, or if your vehicle is damaged by something such as hail, falling tree limbs, or by colliding with something like a guardrail or an animal, you may be responsible for paying for the damages to your vehicle and any injuries you sustain. Generally, if you're hit by an uninsured or underinsured motorist, you may have to pay for your losses, unless the rideshare company is required by the state to provide this coverage. If you lease your vehicle or need higher liability coverage to protect yourself and your assets, you should consider whether higher limits than those provided by the rideshare company are needed.
Without additional rideshare coverage, the liability coverage you have with your personal auto policy may not cover you in Period 1.
This means that if you are found to be at fault in an accident and are sued, your assets and future earnings may be at risk if damages exceed limits provided by the rideshare company. It's important to be informed about your insurance risk and know the available coverage options. Period 2 begins the moment you accept a passenger on the app and are en route to pick them up. Period 3 begins once the passenger enters your vehicle. And continues until the passenger exits at their destination. For Periods 2 and 3, the rideshare company typically provides commercial automobile liability coverage, generally in the amount of $1 million. Check with your rideshare company for details. Because of the limited coverage generally provided in Period 1, Farmers developed an affordable option for non-professional drivers who are using their personal vehicle for ride-sharing. With Farmers Rideshare coverage, you can easily extend the coverage from your Farmers auto policy through Period 1.
This way, you can have coverages you select to protect you and your vehicle while you are logged into the app and waiting to accept a rider.
Talking to an agent about Farmers Rideshare coverage can help you decide on your coverage options for Period 1 as a rideshare driver.
Farmers was the first mainstream national carrier to offer rideshare coverage. As a leading insurance provider, we want to help rideshare drivers make smart choices when it comes to their insurance. Make an informed choice about your insurance and consider Farmers Rideshare coverage, which was designed for drivers like you. Talk to an agent today or visit us online at farmers.com/rideshare.